Hello TradingView users, this is Tim West. I'm here to show you the latest of my indicators that are available through the key hidden levels marketplace add-ons at TradingView. I'll just show you where it is even though it's already on the screen, but from the indicators menu you search down for marketplace add-ons, key hidden levels, and look for colored volume range expansion. I just clicked it again, it's got it on there twice. I would like to very quickly show you what it is and a little bit about how to use it, and I think it'll help you see what's going on in the market a lot better than what is currently available out in the marketplace. So let's look at the S&P. This is through today. This is August 13th, 2014, and you can see where we are in the market. I've got a picture of the regular volume up here that's standard. Basically, a red volume bar is going to be a lower close than the opening price, as in here, and a green bar is going to be where the close is higher than the opening price. So you can see I'm highlighting each sample, even though this is actually an inside day. It's labeled green again because the close is higher than the open. Now notice how different the volume chart looks on this indicator, the range expansion indicator. What I'm looking for is when the volume is higher than the previous day, as you can see in this example on July 8th. The volume is higher than the previous day and the range is greater. And essentially the way I've designed it also is that it's going to test the movement from the high down to this high, from the low down to this low, and make sure that not only is it just a down day, but it's a meaningful down day. So essentially what you're looking at is the last 9 days that are range expansion or range expansion up days were all to the downside. This is indicative of very heavy selling and indicative of a bear trend in the market. So it's very quickly highlighting to you that there's a lot of selling going on, as opposed to this chart where you see alternating red and green. And yes, it seems a little bit more that there's selling going on, but it's a little bit more balanced essentially. In this view, you can see very clearly that the selling pressure has been to the downside, volume expanding, price expanding to the downside. And so I'll just highlight this whole area here. The selling started on this day from this price and essentially got as low as that price. So that was the last day of the selling. So you can colorize that red just for clarity's sake. So I just think that that's a useful way to look at the volume. You'll notice that very high, the biggest bars here are pretty important. You can basically see this is a capitulation here. You don't know until there's no follow through. This day was not only a down day but also an up day, so it's an outside day with very high volume, very strong buying here and here. You can see that very clearly. Just highlight it all green and extend it over, so you can see that the market actually responded to it for a while before the sellers finally punched through it here and here. But either way, it was a useful level to know for a period of time. Interesting over here too, just a quick note of this pattern. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This was also a very strong level of selling, as we saw here. I can make a copy of it and drag it down and see how it compares. Selling started on that day, so I'll start it there. So you can see this selling was a little smaller in terms of price than this one, but either way, interesting to note the midpoint, there was a pause here and then a push through. So I think that's a valuable indicator. We can pull up all kinds of stocks and see if there's anything interesting on them. Let's say it should help you see things pretty clearly. I'm showing you again regular volume against this method. It looks like volume is a little bit more dramatic here, but in fact it's less dramatic, showing on this indicator. So I think you'll find that knowing volume, whether it's expanding and prices expanding, is a more useful barometer to looking at a chart than not knowing it. And you don't want to look at the volume on everything. You just want to look at volume on the interesting charts, on the interesting days. Sorry. So if we throw on one of the other indicators onto this, which would be the up, down, inside, outside bars, and we might be able to see some more interesting stories get told. You see very clearly just how strong this selling down wave was, and just how decisive it was, how very few black bars there were. But look at down here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 indecisive. I'll just make them green, I guess, because we're declining, and all of a sudden you start to see indecisive bars. So interesting, isn't it, that the market bottomed when you take out these levels, and then we've basically just retested this area. And again, it all comes from giving you a blend. This comes from these little black bars here, which are indecisive bars. So you put them all together and you get a market that can't decide where it wants to go. So either way, hope you enjoyed this new indicator, and hope that you can also use it to define really good setups and really good markets that are ripe for a move or to retest an old support level. And give me any feedback you want. I'd like to hear from you. You can be reached through TradingView. Reach out to me anytime. Private message me, and let me hear some feedback. All right, have a great night. Take care.